Good morning, Instagram. I'm sorry. Good morning, YouTube. I am so used to saying that. Good morning, Instagram. Anyway, hello, YouTube. Happy Tuesday to you all. My name is Tara. Welcome to the Daily Nail, my weekday daily nail show. I'm going to pop off this Manny. It's a Luxie nail manicure I did using some new spring dips. I left the blue. Actually, this one popped off. This one got something on it. I can see some kind of dirt or something. But I left them sugared, and then these ones just have a regular shiny top coat. Love how this mani came out. Super cute. Okay. Hi, Mallory. Hi, Patty. I texted Kendra because haven't heard from her today. So yeah, I texted her. I'm like, "What you doing?" And I told her the live was going to be at 11:30, but that was like 5 minutes ago, and I hadn't heard back yet. But Luke is on vacation, so I'm sure she has her hands full. Plus, she worked last night. My Luxie nail order came today, you guys. The one that I placed. So Mallory, the new colors she's coming out with, those didn't come with my stuff. I thought she would probably send them with it because she had said she was sending them on Monday, or yeah, I think she said she was planning to send them Monday, but I haven't gotten a notification. So I know they haven't gone out yet. But I got some jelly tips. I got 2 boxes. I got the short stiletto, and I also got the medium coffin ones. I don't know if I'll ever use them. Remember when I had coffin nails for like 2 days a few months back? Oh, come on, get off. These ones should be easy to get off because there's no top coat on them. But the glitter nails. How are you guys today? You're here for now, Patty? So I have some more family drama, right? Like I was my messaging with my mother or whatever. And I brought up, this is the second family event that we have been uninvited to. Now, the first one was my niece's wedding. She sent us a save the date card and then never sent us an invitation. And I always thought it had to do with because I had made some kind of comment on one of my mother's Facebook posts. It was a political thing. And my niece commented back that it was rude. So, and then I think she might have unfriended me or something. I forget. So I always assumed it was that. Well, when I bring up to my mother yesterday in this chat that, it's the second thing we've been uninvited to, she says that apparently Nolan, this is the guy my niece married, doesn't like Nick because Nick said something to him at some point. So I'm thinking, like, what? Like, I think they met once, So I mentioned it to Nick last night, and Nick took it upon himself to message Nolan. And Nolan's like, what? He's like, Alyssa, I had nothing to do with that. All I cared about was that my family was invited. Alyssa did all the invitations. So my mother flat out lied to me, and I know she has to know this is true. You know what I mean? That it was because of me. Nothing Nick did. But she doesn't like Nick. So I think in her mind, she's looking at it like protecting my feelings and bonus, putting it on Nick. And I'm sure she never thought that Nick would reach out to Nolan. So I have not contacted my mother back, but like I want to and be like, oh, like I told Nick to forward me the message from Nolan and I'll send that on to my mother, but he hasn't. But yet at the same time, it's like the reason we're uninvited to this birthday party is because like one of my sons is going to be there and apparently doesn't want to see me, but it's cool if Dominic goes, even though Dominic has messaged him, texted him on his own from his own phone and got no response. That's why I'm like, fuck no, he's not going to that party. But I also don't want to keep him from my mother, so I said she could take him out somewhere because she's coming up for the birthday party from South Carolina. And she told him she would take him out to buy him a birthday present rather than like send something up. You're at your sister-in-law's? Oh, you're filming? Don't hold it against my mom. But look, she's trying to pinch it on Nick, though. You know what I mean? Make him the scapegoat. And that kind of bothers me. It was weird because growing up, my dad wasn't around. So it was my mother, me, my sister, and brother. And between me, the oldest, and the youngest, my brother, there's only 3 years. We're all a year and a half apart. So we were a close, tight knit family. And up until in our 20s, and when we had kids, and our kids were younger, we spent holidays, birthdays, everything, together, cookouts. But then they moved, and I don't know, that's when it all changed. So I feel like, hey, if you wanted to have a close relationship with me, you shouldn't have fucking moved down south. You know? Mm, oh no, but that's probably selfish of me. And I tend to have like that personality trait. I'm the firstborn, used to getting what I want type of person. So it's good to have you guys to bounce this stuff off of. And Patty, I know, like, I mean, how much you miss your mom. And I know that my mom only has so many years left, and I don't want to have regrets, but at the same time, I can barely tolerate her, you know? Exactly, Mallory, about the last memory. But so what I was saying is growing up and into our 20s, we were so close. Like that's who I thought of as my family. You know what I mean? But now, like, my family is Nick and Dominic. That's who my family is. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that at least Nick's family is here for us to like spend holidays with and stuff. But at the same time, they all get to spend holidays together still. You know what I mean? Because they're all down south together. So it's like, I feel like it's on them. They're the ones who left, and so now I I have my family now, and I've proven that I don't need them. I've been just fine without them. And then my mother said in the message that her, Bonnie, which is my niece's mother, and my brother, which were telling her to invite us. But it was A-okay that she did it anyway, you know what I mean? And everybody else, nobody boycotted that wedding. Nobody's boycotting this birthday party. It's okay if I'm not there while they're all there, you know? It's okay for me to be treated like crap, is the way Nick looks at it anyhow. Hey, Kendra, I'm bitching because my mother lied to me yesterday in a message. And Dominic did not want to go to school today. He was so scared. And I mean, what do I say to like reassure him? I did the best I could, you know? But you know what they do? They go into lockdown. And then they have this other thing where it's called like stand in place. But one of them, they all just go into a corner of the room and like huddle together. So, you know, if there's a gunman, oh, there's a huge target. He's on the first floor and there's windows in his classroom. And I'm like, if anybody ever gets in this school, I don't care. I'm like, you get out that window. I don't care what the teacher says. Open the window and jump out. She told me that the reason we weren't invited to my niece's birthday party, my niece's wedding, was because Nick said something to the groom that pissed him off. So Nick messaged him last night and he's like, what? He's like, no, I had nothing to do with the invitations. I just wanted my family there. Alyssa had everything to do. Alyssa's the one who, you know, took care of the guest list and the invitations, who's my niece. So Nick didn't do anything, but yet my mother said that. And I think it was twofold. It was number one, I don't know, to make so I don't feel bad, maybe. And number two, because she doesn't like Nick and to make him a scapegoat, you know, make it his fault. I remember one time Nick and I were in an argument. Dominic was a baby. We lived here. And he was bringing up like stuff about, you know, when I was using and throwing it in my face and stuff. And my mother ended up coming over and she encouraged me to call the cops. He didn't touch me. It was just yelling, you know, but I ended up calling the cops and he didn't get taken away or anything. But my mother argued with the cops, was trying to get him to be taken away. When I was with my first son's father, after I had my son, it was like the focus of my life became the baby, and like all of my love was being given to him. I felt like I didn't love his dad as much or whatever, you know. I was feeling kind of distant from him, maybe had a little postpartum depression, and my mother encouraged me to move in with her, to leave him and move in with her. And I did, you know, instead of being like, well, you just had a baby with this guy. Of course, there's going to be bumps in the road. Try and work it out. No, it was leave him and come live with me, you know. I don't blame her for that relationship not working out or anything, but I wonder about her motives sometimes, you know? So, Kendra, I haven't responded back to my mother since she sent me that message yesterday that it was Nick's fault we weren't invited to the wedding. And then it also said that her and that my niece's mother and father were trying to tell them to invite us. But you know what I mean? In the end, it was okay for them. It was A-okay. My fucking distant cousins and uncles were at that wedding. I'm sure everybody was like, where's Tara? You know? So if they think that's okay, and now to disinvite us from a family gathering, my great nephew's birthday party, but then just want me to talk to them all like everything's fucking normal? Hell no. It's not okay. Just like it's not okay that I've been clean for 13 years. After 3 years of using, and my kids still don't talk to me because of it. You know? But they talk to all the rest of my family, and that's okay with them. They don't have anything to do with their little brother, and that's okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad for Dominic because I know he's lonely, you know what I mean? Like, there were twin boys in the neighborhood and they moved like 6 months ago. So nobody, then he had a couple other friends in the neighborhood who bought a house and moved to Connecticut. So it's like nobody, you know, he's got brothers, but yet he's losing out on the experience of knowing what that's like. And it's my fault, you know, so it's a lot to live with. But then Nick says to me, look how long you've been clean. They should tell them to cut the shit. You're their mother. He's their brother. You know, grow up and, you know what I mean? And part of me agrees with him. But at the same time, my father was a deadbeat. I told you guys a story about him. The last time I talked to him was when I was pregnant with my oldest son. And I never talked to him again. So, like, in the end, I never forgave him. And that's what's going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen to me. Is that I'm going to die with never having those relationships with my sons back. Or any type of closure. And that's probably the only thing that can make me cry. I'm so sorry. My heart hurts for Dominic. It hurts for me. It hurts for my older boys. Mostly Damon, my middle son, who was only 7 when he stopped living with me, you know? 7. I have so much guilt, and I want so bad to make things up to them. But I'm not even given that chance. I'll pull myself together in a minute, you guys. I'm sorry. My eyes are all blurry and I took my glasses off so I can't see any comments. Thanks for listening. Thank you, you guys. I love you guys too. If I didn't, I would. Hell, I'm on YouTube, a YouTube live talking about I don't look at it like that though. You know, anybody can come watch it, but really it's just us. And I don't know. I'm just me on these, you know what I mean? So it's not like a lot of other lives you'll see. No offense, Mallory, but you know, the edited ones that strictly stick to nail stuff. My lives aren't like that, you know. I kind of look at my lives as more of like a talk show with some nails thrown in. Oh, so now my mother, my sister, my mother's boyfriend, everybody's coming up for this birthday party in April. You know, and then I get nasty messages from my sister, although I blocked her on through text messaging, so she can't drunk text me anymore. But she could still get me on Instagram or here or something. And I thought about that. I'm like, oh, imagine if she would have joined one of these. And she's one to talk. Like she's been an alcoholic for like 20 years. Kids went to live with their father. Had a drunk boyfriend, alcoholic boyfriend with no job that she supported, and then like she would always get cars repoed, evicted from houses. Then she was homeless, living with my mother and her boyfriend for a couple years, and now she's back with that drunk boyfriend in Florida, living in a place he's renting. So we'll see how that goes, because they bring out the worst in each other. The whole thing is like with my family, this whole 10 years that they've been gone or whatever, I've been getting along just fine without them. I mean, I've slowly talked to them less and less. And actually, the last time I had a civil conversation with Michelle, that wasn't that, well, that conversation with my sister, I just told her, I'm like, you know, you guys moved, you guys are all doing your own things, I'm doing my own thing, and, you know, I'm pretty much all set with the family. That's what I told her. In so many words. I don't know if those are the exact words I used, but that was pretty much what I said. I know it's maybe kind of cruel, but it's how I feel, you know? And I know some families are super close and that's like how my family used to be, but it's not like that anymore. They have different beliefs. And like I said, I'm not going to stop my mother from seeing Dominic. I wouldn't do that to Dominic. But, you know who's been there to back me up all the time? I mean, my mother's always been there to back me up. But in like an argument with Nick, and this is my fault. Back when she used to live here, I would like, you know, when we would get into a fight, I would call her to like complain about Nick, you know. Of course, she always took my side, but it was always like to the extreme, you know, leave him, call the cops or whatever, you know. But he's the one who's really had my back through my addiction, through me cheating on him, even though he probably still hasn't like fully forgiven me for that. Like, I mean, there's still some trust issues there, even after all these years. But I mean, we have a son together, and he's a hard worker. He has supported me for all these years, financially and emotionally, you know. And his family comes from, like, his grandparents were married until his grandfather died. His parents were married until his father died. There's no divorces in that family, you know what I mean? Like, he's committed, you know, and he's a good guy. Like, he will do the right thing. If he found a wallet loaded with money, he would return the wallet. You know what I mean? Whereas I might not. Stuff like that. He's a very moral, his moral compass is very strong. Kendra, they'll realize what they're doing one day. If you're talking about my kids, I've been hearing since I got clean in 2010 that they're going to come around. And that was when Dylan was 14, and now he's going to be 27 this year. So Damon was 10, and now he's 23. They've spent more time away from me than they were with me. I have no idea who they are as people. All right, I'm sorry. Let me get going on this Manny here, right? This whole time I could have been smoothing these nails out, putting peel base on. So tomorrow's One Color Wednesday, guys. I'm going to do a Dipnotic Mani, and I think I'm going to stamp on a couple nails. I'm kind of thinking animal print. I have some animal print stamping plates. The color I'm using, it's a super gorgeous color. It's almost like an orangey coral. It's a fine glitter. There's dip on here. Okay. Patty, I was going to start telling you that whole thing about the wedding in group chat in our chat this morning, but I was like, oh, I'll just wait until the live until you go tell everybody. Okay. That's okay, Patty. You didn't miss much. We were just talking about the same stuff. So remember the other day when I tried stamping and I was having a super hard time? I couldn't get my images to transfer. It was really weird. Hopefully that doesn't happen today. I'll show you guys after I put my peel base on, I'll show you the dip I'm going to use and the stamping plates that I pulled out as options. You know how that collab is coming up at the end of the month? It's hosted by Amanda Dip Strengths Diamonds, and can't remember the other girl. Maybe one of you guys remembers. Who are hosting the collab. It's called like Wild Thing maybe, but it's like nails inspired by your favorite animal. So I'm probably, I don't have peacock stamping plate, unfortunately. Owls and pigs are probably my favorite animals. I do have some owl like watercolor decals. I might have an owl, a stamping plate with an owl, like for a Halloween plate, but I'm not sure. I was actually thinking of doing just animal print on that. All right, so I grabbed out a bunch. But this is the one I'm leaning towards most. And I said animal print, but what if let me show you the dip. So it's called Grapefruit Spritz, and it's one of the dips that came out in her latest release, one of her latest releases. It came out in March. It's the Citrus Sunrise collection it's part of. So it's like a corally pinkish color with you can see like pink fine glitters. It's really pretty. So I thought that would look good with like, what if I were to stamp like this image or one of these images in gold on like 2 nails over this. I was just thinking like, I mean, what color marble would look good? I don't think silver would. I think gold, or maybe black. I just don't think black might look that good. I think a black more like for like a granite style look, you know. So that's the plate I'm like kind of leaning towards. Oh, you do have to work Easter? What time, Kendra? And you are getting double time. Did you ask anyway? Thanks, Patty. I also pulled out this plate. Look at what I noticed on it today was this image with horseshoes that I totally could have used at St. Patrick's Day and didn't. And I specifically remember saying like 2 times, I don't have any St. Patrick's Day stamping plates. But look at this right here. They're like pearls. I really love that one. I think it would look cute stamped. I don't think I'm going to use it tonight, but I just wanted to show you guys. All right, so here's an animal print stamping plate. There's like stripes, leopard spots, tiger stripes, some smaller leopard spots. And then over here, see there's some patterns here, which would look cute going vertically, I think, or horizontally across the nail. Like maybe if we did 1 nail animal print and then stamped one of these going across. Like what if we did 1 nail with these small leopard prints, and then this here has leopard print in the pattern. I'm trying to make it so the light doesn't reflect off of it. Maybe going across another nail. I don't know. Just an option. This has the same thing. The necklaces. And this one is just aren't pearls, but I really like that one. This is also an animal print stamping plate, but the images are not as long as these. So see, something like this would not fit on my nail. They would be too short. So this would be the one we'd use. And I think I just stacked these ones like in random orders because they're not holiday ones. So I wanted them near the top. I don't have any Easter ones. It looks like this one here is like a giraffe print, but I'm not going to use that. I have a plaid one I have not opened. This one I thought was really cute too, because look up at the top, there's different kinds of flowers. I think those would look adorable stamped up at the cuticle, not in black, but maybe in white or yellow. So that's an option. This plate I haven't used yet, but it's a French nail stamping plate, and look at the different patterns on there. There's like all these different ones. This one has letters. This is another French nail stamping plate, but looking at it, I think that some of these are going to be too narrow, especially for my thumb. They're just not wide enough. I think the widest ones over here are like these, which might fit on my index finger. All right, so those are our options today. Thought you guys on ooh, this heart. It's on the smaller animal print stamping plate, but this heart has leopard print inside of it. That might look cute too. Stamped with a leopard print nail. So I'll hold on to that. All right, so it's either going to be marble or leopard print, you guys. Let me know what you think. $2 to $8.15. Don't text and ask Kendra. Just Google it. Is it a lot in Alabama that you get double time on Easter? Don't say on holidays. Say on Easter. Patty, do you know? I think it's a federal, like a national thing that you get double time on holidays. But at the same time, not everybody celebrates Easter. And it's always on a Sunday, so it's always off, but I believe it's still considered a holiday. Ooh, hold on. I've had these forever. They wouldn't really go with this, but I'm going to use these sometime in nails, you guys. This will give the effect of Aurora nails, you know what I mean? But I would not want to, like, you could put it on the nail. You could cover the whole nail or put it in strips or stripes, whatever. But I would not encapsulate it in clear dip. I think that if you encapsulate like decals or stickers or certain papery items, that they tend to get cloudy even with clear dip. And I feel like they just do better being encapsulated with gel, whether it's gel base and gel top coat or builder gel, But I've had these for like so long. I have them in black. I have this one, and then the other one I think is like it's this one. So it's like a purpley-ish color. Never used them. Oh, really? Mallory? That's insane. I know Nick, when he works over 40 hours, is time and a half, but when he works holidays, it's double time. You guys doing One Color Wednesday tomorrow? I'm guessing, Mallory, you're not because you're on your own schedule. But, how about, Kendra and Patty? Are you doing One Color Wednesday tomorrow? What was I just going to say? Was it about Cryville? Mallory, did you hear me yesterday that I think so, because I think you said you ordered it. Yeah, you did, about the Easter bag from Cryville. I got notification that mine shipped. I think Tara actually sent me a picture of the dips. I don't remember specifically what they look like, but it was a good deal. 4 minis. And then I got it on sale for $15.99. Oh, you have some saved? My family, Patty, should encourage a relationship with me. Well, my mother said the last time she talked to my oldest, Dylan, was 2 years ago when Dominic messaged him when Dominic was 10 and Dylan didn't reply. I had mentioned it to my mother. And I guess she reached out to Dylan, must have messaged him, and said something about, I'm sure she was nice about it because she tips around things. She's afraid to step on toes. So I'm sure that, but it was like saying something like about, responding back to his baby brother. And my mother said she never heard back from him and that was the last time she talked to him and that it was 2 years ago. And I don't message them every week. I message them like once a month. Sometimes less than that, because it's a slap in the face every single time I message them and I don't get a response. They know where I live. I live in the same place. They have my phone number. They know how I feel. They know what I want, So, like I said, I had a boyfriend before my oldest was diagnosed with cancer, actually 2 weeks before Dylan was diagnosed with cancer. My boyfriend, who I had only been with for maybe 2 months, so like we were like in the throes of like new love, you know what I mean? But he got hit by a car and died. And then 2 weeks later, Dylan was diagnosed. But even all that, you guys, nothing compares to having your children taken away from you. And they weren't taken by like DCF or DCYF or whatever. It was like they went to their dad's for a weekend visit as normal. And that's when my mother told them I had a drug problem. And they never came home. You know what I mean? And immediately after, so I was expecting them to come home. My mother comes to my house knocking at the door, trying to talk to me, and I wanted nothing to talk to her about my addiction. I didn't want to talk about it. And I'm like, you gotta go. The boys are gonna be home any minute. And she's like, they're not coming home. And that's how I found out. And as soon as she left my house, I took a whole bottle of trazodone, which, if you don't know, is a prescription sleep medication. I ended up having to have my stomach pumped and with charcoal, which is disgusting, you guys. Disgusting. Like you have to drink this nasty stuff. It was gross. And then I just kind of like went off the deep end for a while. But even going through all that, nothing is as painful as my boys. You know what I mean? So when I say, yeah, this stuff with my family is upsetting to me and bothering me, it doesn't even put a dent in my heart. I love you guys too. All right, we should be ready to dip. Let's do it. We should have started like 20 minutes ago. So all of Dipnotic's dips apply. Awesome. Even like her glitters that are chunkies have a good mix of like fine and small and medium sized glitters, but this is all fine glitters. And it's like coral, but then it also has pink reflections in it. This is going on every nail. And then, like I said, we're going to stamp on a couple nails. My Dipnotic Nails discount code, which is good at the website and Etsy shop, is Tara10. And then I'm going to be using Crival Nails dip liquids and nail files today. And my code for her shop is Tara15. Mallory, I didn't even know my Crival Nails personal discount code. So I ordered some base yesterday and just used Tara15 because I didn't know what it was. So we'll pour over for our first layer and then lay flat for dip number 2. This is the Dipnotic Nails Precision Tool, dual-ended. You can get this at the website and Etsy shop as well. I fell in love with this color when I saw it. There were a bunch of colors from this particular collection, the Citrus Sunrise collection that she released that I really, really loved. There were a lot of oranges, yellows, corals leaning into like reds. Whoa. And I learned through dipping that like dark oranges look pretty good on me. So I as part of my freebies last month, I got a lot of this collection, the Citrus Sunrise collection. And this is one of the dips. There's also one in the collection. It's a thermal. I'm trying to think what this is. Grapefruit spritz. What's the thermal called? Can't think of it offhand, but it's a flaky and it's super pretty. I already used it. Did I tell you guys my doctor's trying to get me this pass that will pick me up and take me home to all my doctor's appointments? And she put in the request over a month ago, and I saw her in the office last week, and it still hadn't been approved. It wasn't like denied or anything, it just was still in process. So I was supposed to have a mammogram today, and it's at the hospital, which is far away from me. It's on the other side of the city. So they called me yesterday, and it came up as my doctor's office number. So they called me to confirm, and I asked them if they had like a way for me to get there, transportation. And the woman was so rude and sarcastic to me about how I got to get my own way there. And I'm like, well, the number that came up is Thunder Mist, and they usually send a Lyft or an Uber for me. And she was like, no, we don't do that. So I was like, okay. So I didn't go today. I'm going to have to reschedule it. But I'm waiting for my thing to get approved. Oh, guess what, you guys? Erica broke up with her boyfriend and girlfriend. Remember how she moved out of my friend from across the street? I know Patty and Kendra, you remember her. So her son, who's a year younger than Dominic, decided he wanted to go live with his father. Can't say I blame him. Who lives in Woonsocket. So Erica, I don't know if she was forced to give up her apartment because her son wasn't going to be there or what, but this was a subsidized apartment. Like she was paying like $200-300 a month. I think like 200 a month because she was living on Social Security or disability. So she gave up her apartment. Now, before this, she had a boyfriend. I had never met him because maybe it was like a month or two old, you know what I mean? And I just hadn't had the opportunity to meet him. But then the next thing I know, she's moving across the state in with her boyfriend and girlfriend. And I'm saying to Nick, like, how long you think this is gonna last? Like, it's only a matter of time. Like those three-way relationships, you have to have three people who do not get jealous at all for something like that to work, you know? Anyway, they broke up. So I don't know what she's doing now. I found out from Nick because he's on Facebook more than me. I don't know what the deal is now. What do you mean, Patty? Your husband's the same way? About what? Okay, since I poured out the whole jar, I'm just going to lay the next two nails flat for the first step. This color is gorgeous. Definitely looks like better coverage from laying flat. And it probably is. Just because when you pour over, you tend to get more of the acrylic that lands on your finger. Whereas when you lay flat, most of those glitters are going to float to the surface. So when you lay into it, you're going to pick them up. Wow, there's not many of you guys here today, huh? It says 3 watching now, and I'm one of them. Okay, so we're going to lay flat for dip number 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't even do my thumb, but look at the difference between these 3 nails and then my index, right? Okay, let's do the thumb. Patty, you were right. Those were square nails. What brand was that you were wearing? Those square jelly tips or square tips, Patty? Those were long. Were they medium length? Don't tell me they were shorts. So the next Cosmic Nails theme pack. I'm super excited for it because I'm on it. And it's the oh my god, the steampunk theme pack. I'm super excited. Sparkling Company came out with a steampunk themed sub bag. And this was like not long after I canceled my subscription. I was so mad I didn't get it. But I do have somebody shared a couple of the dips with me. But unfortunately, in their sub bag, in the Steampunk Sparkling Company sub bag, there were metal nail charms like spokes and gears, and I didn't get those. Oh, that Molly mosaic. Yep. Patty, what are you saying? Sounds like I might not get it back till the 11th of next month. Get what back? What do you mean? I'm just brushing this glitter off over my wastebasket here. All right. Yeah, look at the difference between those two and then the other three, right? So now we'll lay flat for dip number 2. There we go. I really love this color glitter. So pretty. So Dipnotic Nails, hold on, whoops. Besides dips, she has liquids. She's got the precision tool. She has this super pretty silicone nail mat with Dipnotic Nails on it. I love the color of this one. Seriously though, she's like easily in my top 3 and probably my top 2 for companies as far as quality goes. Her dips just always apply so nicely. So I can't say enough good things about Dipnotic Nails. I've also used her dip liquids and they're awesome. I love the base. I love the top coat. Yeah, so she also sells cuticle oil. She partnered with Glitzy Oil, who is our friend Manny's by Sarah. She is a Cosmic Nails ambassador, and she is the owner of Glitzy Dips. She just closed her Etsy shop, so now she just has the website. But Melanie at Dipnotic partnered with her to make some cuticle oils. And she probably has like 9 or 10 cents. Patty, what are you talking about when you say sounds like I might not get it back till the 11th or 12th of next month? Are you talking about your vehicle? Because I remember was that Wayne's vehicle that needed work on. I'm confused. Okay. I'm excited though to try those Luxie Nail stiletto jelly tips. The next time I have to put a new set on, I will switch from these iGel Beauty ones to the Luxie Nail ones. One thing I did notice while looking at the boxes, so I ordered the short stiletto from Luxie and the medium coffin. The short stiletto have 10 sizes, while the medium coffin tips have 12 sizes. Now, I don't know if that's because they're medium length or what, but just something curious I noticed. I really do like her jelly tips though. They're the only ones that like truly fit my thumbs. Although these iGel ones seem to be okay, at least in stiletto shape. The almonds and the coffins, too small. I must be, oh, I did. Shoot, that's sticky. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Huh. I noticed that even after laying flat for the second dip, that after a few seconds or 30 seconds, the base absorbs all the acrylic or glitter and it's sticky again. So what happened was my finger hit my ring finger and lifted up the dip. I'm glad Amanda's father's doing better. Right, Kendra? Amanda P. That's good news. Hey, Tara. Patty says leopard. Okay. You don't think so anymore, but you don't know. I don't know what that means, Patty. Sorry. Oh, I lost my. Oh, here it is. Okay. Good morning, Tara. Happy Tuesday to you. How are you feeling today? I'm doing Amanda using a glitter from the Dipnotic Nails Citrus Sunrise collection, one of her newest collections. It's kind of like a coral with pink reflex fine glitter. Super gorgeous. It's called Grapefruit Spritz. And I think I'm going to stamp on a couple nails. This is for One Color Wednesday tomorrow. I'm glad you joined late, Tara. I had a little cry session at the beginning. Just talking about some family stuff, and I kind of lost it for a little bit. But I pulled myself together. Okay, let's do the thumb. I really love this color. Do my cuticle cleanup. There's a little on my skin. Couple spots. I try to get as much off of my skin as I can if possible. Then I don't have to file it off later, right? Okay. I'm just going to brush these off really quick over the garbage. The next step is going to be to encapsulate these nails with one layer of clear from Dipnotic Nails. There we go. Blurry. Well, oh, speaking of blurry, I went into Dominic's laptop, just into the camera, and the camera itself, you guys, is blurry. I tried cleaning it again, and it's not coming clean. It was not like that when he first got it. So, and it's not like a scratch on it, you know what I mean? It's like half of the screen is blurry. But I don't know if Nick bought the extended warranty with this, but that could come to affect him later on. Like, you know what I mean? If he wants to send a photo, regardless of my lives, you know, but if he wants to send a photo or he wants to take a photo of an assignment to send to a teacher, right? Tara, exit out and go back in. Mine is coming in fine. Trying to just brush any glitters away from me so I hopefully don't contaminate my clear. I'll encapsulate in a second, guys. I just want to vape. This is what they look like. They're turning a little whitish just from the acrylic, but super pretty color. Oh, you already tried? Tara. Okay. Sorry. Is anybody else having issues with blurriness? All right. Let's encapsulate. This clear is excellent. I won't use a clear unless it is good. So I would say that, like, I don't have the Luxie Nail Clear, so I cannot say how good it is. I'm sure it's good. I just don't have any personal experience with it. I love the Cosmic Nails Ultra Clear. That's one of my favorites. And this Hypnotic Nails one I got at Christmas, so I've only been using it a couple months, but I really like it. I use the Glitter and Grace clear as well. That one's really good. I have a Model 1's clear, and I think that works great as well. Tara, should I do leopard print stamping on 2 nails or marble stamping in gold or leopard print in black? That's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of leaning towards marble because I've never done the marble stamping, and I've done animal print stamping, Patty. Patty says leopard print. Although I usually do zebra print, not leopard print. So that would be different. But I kind of thought that the gold marble might look kind of cool running through it. You're still looking for the perfect clear? So I was thinking, like, if I was gonna do it, maybe using an image from up in here, Tara, or you guys, rather than like that, or something down on the bottom, which are probably too short for my nails anyway. This is like kind of spread out. I was thinking about what color stamping polishes, I had that would go nicely with it. And I just think out of all of them, the gold would go the best. But I'm open to you guys' thoughts. You think so? It would look great through it? Because gold and coral tend to like I think complement each other, especially in summertime, but and all right, so we'll try the marble, and if I don't like it, or if we don't like it, I mean, we can remove it. Plus, I'm planning to do animal print for that what's your favorite animal collab or whatever coming up at the end of the month. I really like the chrome animal print, but I've already done that, so I don't know if I'd do it again. Although I repeated many manis. It's rainy today. So my sister-in-law, she works from home, and her dog got sprayed by a skunk yesterday morning, unfortunately. So she ended up taking the day off. So she was able to go pick up Dominic at school. She spent more time in the traffic line to pick him up than anything. There were so many parents there to get their kids. The one good thing is that once this happened, like when they go to school, the teacher takes all their phones and like puts them in a basket or something and then gives them back at the end of the day. But right when this happened, she gave them all their phones so they could call their parents, which is a good thing. Go for the more spread out marble design. Okay. I mean, I have these ones here, right? Which we could do individually if we wanted. There's also this, those are too short though, so I'm not even going to bother with those. Do you think I would be better off using these individually, Tara? Okay, so we're dusting off the nails, getting the clear off. I can see a glitter on my middle finger. Let's see if I can get it out. Looks like it's a silver glitter. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Put that base up. And just like I expected, the application went really nicely. Okay. There we go. Your husband has morals? Yeah, he does. Sometimes it hurts us. You know. But he is he's a good person. This Manny is the one that I started on yesterday's live before I heard from Nick. So my hands are cold. The one on my pinky ring and thumb is called Partly Cloudy, and it's a thermal, and it changes kind of to like a super pale blue, almost whitish color. Not white though. I guess like a super pale blue when it's warm. And then this is the cold color, which I would describe as a periwinkle. And then there are flakes throughout it that reflect like blue and aqua and purple. And then I paired it with Cake Pop. The only thing about this glitter, you guys, is there are fine and medium glitters. There are no small glitters. So there are like gaps on my nails where almost my fingernails kind of look wonky shaped. You know what I mean? Because of how the glitters are. There's some spots where there's no chunky glitters. And maybe I should have gone back and hand play some there, but I was worried about making them too thick. It's actually a really pretty colored glitter. It's iridescent and it reflects like periwinkle and pink. Super pretty. And then I actually took some of those, and the chunky glitters, they're round. They're not like octagon shaped, like how most chunky glitters are. So I took some of those round glitters and just put them up around the cuticle on the thermal nails. Oh, they were eye gel, Patty? I think I have medium coffins for my gel. I got short coffin. What's this? Short square. Maybe I don't have any medium. Oh, those are all right. Not within arm's reach. I don't. Okay. All right, we're just gonna wait for these to cure. To cure. I'm still rocking that shorty nail on my thumb. I think it broke when I wasn't wearing any dip on it, and I just filed it back to a point. It's definitely shorter than like this thumb, as you can see, and my other nails, but because it's my thumb, it's not like noticeable, and it's not growing out or anything. So I was planning to replace it, and then I was like, screw it, I'll just leave it. Your internet. So you guys, did you hear about that tornado the other day that hit Mississippi and parts of Alabama? Well, it wasn't too far from Patty. It actually, if I'm correct, Patty, the tornado hit or touched down in the town Patty and her husband used to live in, which is only 19 miles away from where they live now. So Patty lives out in the country. I think her internet sometimes may be spotty anyway, but they had a storm a few weeks ago and she was without power, remember? She was without power and obviously internet for days. She didn't even have hot water, so she was going to her sister-in-law's to shower and stuff. Anyway, this tornado hit the other day and she's been having internet issues since. Patty, do you have power? Okay, so file for today. The Crivel Nails 180 dual purpose sponge file, my 100 180 skinny file, 100 180 Color My World dips file, buffer. We might not need it. I might use just this sponge file. We'll see. And my ergo file, of course. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to start by shaping the nails, and I like to start up at the cuticle with my skinny file. And I usually use the 180 grit side. If it's like super bumpy up there and like I did a bad job up at the cuticle, I might use the 100 grit side to start smoothing that stuff out, that dip out, you know. You guys know Tara was chosen as a guest ambassador for Crivel for April. Congratulations, Tara. Well deserved. I don't know of anybody who loves Crivel more than Tara. She's constantly buying the new collections. I think she's going to do an amazing job as an ambassador for Crivel. And I think if Holly were smart, she would bring her on full time. Just the internet, Patty? Okay. Kendra, are you still here? Because if you are, you're awfully quiet. Maybe she's not, and I can start talking shit again. I'm just kidding. I just noticed my tongue was hanging out of my mouth, like I'm concentrating, you know, so your tongue sticks out. I know I've talked to you guys through my filing process before, but I'll just let you know one more time. I like to start up at the top of the nail at the cuticle area. And I just take my file and go around that area. Then I come down on both side walls and try to make it straight, you know, as straight as I can for a stiletto nail. Sometimes there will be dip on my skin next to the nail. Usually I will use a 100 grit file, the Color My World dips file, to get that off. you guys pay attention to that sentencing of that 16-year-old kid, Aiden Fucci, he stabbed this 13-year-old girl over 100 times. And so he was set to go to trial. I don't know what state. Oh, Florida. He was, of course, Florida, right? Seems like a lot of crime happens there. So he was set to go to trial, but he decided to plead guilty. Anyway, he was sentenced either yesterday or the day before to life in prison. Influencer, I'm sorry. Wrong. I called you an ambassador. Well, Tara, you're so talented. You take a lot of time to do certain sets of nails. You know what I mean? Incorporate a lot of elements and stuff. You just gotta knock Holly's socks off. Make it so she had no choice but to ask you to stay. No pressure or anything. Kendra must not be here anymore. She must have left. No Michelle today, huh? Okay, so then finally, once I'm happy with the shape at the sidewalls and the cuticle, I just shape the free edge. I might go back with a thicker file, a more sturdy file, you know, just to clean up the shape at the end of the filing process. Make sure these stilettos are nice and pointy. But this does a good job of at least smoothing those free edges and everything. I've already had 2 coffees today, 2 lattes. I'm ready for a third. It's either going to be a third latte or a nap this afternoon. Guys, I take a nap almost every afternoon. Just like my great grandmother used to do. Old ladies. But I get up at 5 in the morning, you know. So I like to nap. Usually after Dominic gets home and I get him a snack or he gets himself a snack, I'll go lay down. And usually I'll tell him to wake me up or if I don't set an alarm, I'll ask him to wake me up like 4:30, 5 o'clock or whatever. So I sleep for 2 hours maybe, you know. And usually I don't even want to wake up. It's like, ugh. But once I'm up, you know, I feel better that I had a nap. I would fit in so nicely in Europe where they take siestas. I think they do. Oh, you're going to buy some Builder Gel? Oh, Kendra is here. I asked earlier, Kendra, if you were here and you didn't answer me. a minute behind the live. Tara, you're already on your third coffee? You must have got up early this morning. I know you wake up early like me. So, you guys, should I respond back to my mother? I was totally intending to be like, that's funny because Nick actually messaged Nolan last night, and this is what Nolan said. Should I? Should I let it go? I'm sure Nick doesn't want me to let it go. I'm sure he wants me to defend him, you know? No Janet, huh? I just thought of that. No Janet today either. No Chastity. Although she was here yesterday. Although yesterday was cut short. 24-ounce coffees, Tara? Are you making them at home and just pouring them into like a big Stanley mug? It probably would stir up crap, but then part of me is like also thinking if I say something to my mother, maybe she'll stop throwing Nick under the bus whenever she gets a chance if I actually come to his defense, you know? I mean, that's like fine, like if you want to say like it was Nolan who didn't want to invite you guys, but to put in there that Nolan was mad at Nick because Nick supposedly said something that made him mad, which was a total lie. Like you had to like think of that, you know what I mean? Like there's uh evil intent. Hate filing my thumb. Okay. And a little bump over here. I just want to smooth it out. Looks good. All right. I did a good job. Like, I didn't even really get much on my skin for once. I don't know if this is like clear acrylic or if it's just dry skin, but let's get rid of this. Seems like I just like to go around all the nails anyway with this file. Okay. All right, I'm just going to sharpen up the free edges. Oh, Wawa, huh? We don't have Wawas here, but I remember them from being in New Jersey. I remember the first time hearing about a Wawa. I thought it was the funniest name for a convenience store. I still think it's a pretty funny name. We have here we have Cumberland Farms. We have Little General it's called. And we have what was the other one I was gonna say? Oh, 7-Eleven. Those are the main ones. Of course, there's some like, like family owned and operated, like one-off stores and stuff like that. But as far as chains go, all right. This is what they look like now after being shaped and smoothed. I haven't buffed them yet. I need a drink and a vape. Oh, she used to work at 7-Eleven. They have some of my favorite slushies, although my all-time favorite slushie is an icy. So those around here, they have them at Starbucks at the Lincoln Mall, and then they have them at the movie theater at the Lincoln Mall. So when we went to see Scream 6, we got a popcorn and a blue raspberry slushie, and Dominic and I shared it. But Cumbies has slushy machines too, and it's only 99 cents for any size, you know. Good deal. But the blue raspberry and the cotton candy, my two favorite flavors, are like always out of order. Always. I have my buffer and my ergo file out. I just want, the nails are actually pretty smooth, but just want to, you know, give them that super smooth feeling to the touch. I'm like breaking a sweat. Anybody else? Kendra, are you doing your nails now? Or are you even doing your nails today? How about you, Tara? Patty's at her sister-in-law's, so I'm guessing she's not doing her nails right now. All right, time to buff. Give me a minute to have 2 vapes. I lied, I want 3. I love how good a vape tastes with a new coil. You know, you get like the true flavor of the e-liquid. Okay. Okay, now that they're buffed, I'm just going to dust them off. We'll use the ergo file, clean them, and then get to stamping. I'm debating. A lot of times when I stamp, I just stamp on my buffed nails. I don't put down a gel base coat, you know. However, if I'm unsure I'm going to like the design, right, then putting down a gel base coat and curing it beforehand will make it a lot easier to remove the stamping polish. So I have to, while I'm doing this, I got to figure out if I want to use base or just stamp on regular nails. I'm leaning towards base because I'm not sure how this marble's going to look. This week is the no nail week, as I was spending it with hubby before he goes back to work tomorrow. You're going to do a one color tonight? Oh, for tomorrow's collab, okay. Hey, Patty, how's Kate feeling? Remember, you guys, Patty's daughter was diagnosed with pancreatitis and she was in the hospital. I know they sent her home the other day, but I haven't heard anything since. I got some dry skin right here. I just want to get it off. So if any of you guys read my Instagram post this morning with this Manny, you'll see that just the beginning of it was about nails. The rest of it was about what happened yesterday at my son's school. I wouldn't classify it as like a political post. It's a mom post, you know? So I hope nobody is offended by what I wrote or anything like that. I don't think anybody will be. So disturbing though. And I'm scared to send him to school, you know? I don't know if when he gets on the bus that he's coming home safe to me. No kid should have to wear a bulletproof backpack. No teacher should have to be armed. How about we actually get some serious gun control in this country so that guns aren't the number one killer of our children? New Zealand had one mass shooting, banned ARs. No mass shooting since. Our mass shootings, they just set records year after year. There's more every year, you know? And yet nothing is ever done. The worst was that those kindergarten kids in Connecticut. I'll never forget. I was down in the basement doing laundry when I first heard about it. 5 and 6 years old. Yeah, 6-year-old, you know? You don't get more innocent than that. People are messed up. Sorry, I have a little bit, I'm not sure if it's dry skin or clear acrylic like I mentioned earlier. But it's like up in my cuticles and it just looks like white stuff, so I want to get it out, you know? Okay. All right. I guess we're going to put some base down. Some napkins to put under here, right? I'm going to clean my plate. And my stamper. No, Kendra. A 28-year-old woman. I heard she was killed, but So in the high school, there are metal detectors, but the elementary and middle schools, there are no metal detectors, but you have to ring a bell to get in. You have to be buzzed in. This is the Lexi Nail Hema-free gel base coat. I'm guessing, I guess I'm just going to do my middle and ring fingers. Okay. Let's cure these. Tara, you didn't answer me whether I should use the single images like multiple times or use this. I think I'm gonna try maybe this image right where my fingernail is pointing to. You guys see that? Yeah, there's a police officer at all the schools too here. I should have said that. And you got to show ID like as well. But there's no metal detector. We live in a poor city, you know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really sure why there aren't metal detectors in those schools. All right, let's try this, you guys. So I briefly showed you the image. I'm gonna try and stamp. That's what it looks like. Some on my skin. Let me get that off. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to stamp another one on there, right? A different image, but another thin line. And that's kind of short for my nail. See that? I think it'll be okay if I add in like some smaller ones, you know. So now I'm just using the image that was next to it. It's a narrower one. I picked up a lot of the gunk though, so I can't use that image. I guess I didn't scrape good enough. Try again. There we go. Okay, so we have that. little on my skin. I do have some latex, liquid latex, but I never use it. I think I'm gonna do something down here too. You just finished your fourth coffee. Jeez, Patty. Do you drink coffee all day long? So I'm just going to use this one that's like at the edge, just because it's the easiest one to scrape. Okay. All right. It's not super noticeable. I see a piece of lint on there. Okay. So that's what it looks like. It looks all right. I might try this larger image on the other nail just to see what it looks like. As long as it's not like too super different from the ring finger, you know, it might work. So I'm just going to take as much of this image as I can get. That's a lot. See, that's pretty cool. Oh, whoops. Oh, I lost some of it. Crap, it fell on my mat. It transferred so nice too. All right, let's do it again. It's a lot thinner, but this is going to cover the whole nail in one shot. All right, I might need to add something a little thicker to it. Just to match up the match it up, right? But I still think it looks cute. All right, I just gotta wait for this to dry and figure out what I'm gonna put. Probably some of these small, thicker ones here, right? So I picked up a couple. It's like 1.5 images, but I might be able to use them both. Cute. I still think I want one more down there at the bottom, but I'm liking how it's looking. All right, so I'm really happy I got this stamping plate. It seems like there are a lot of different nail art designs you could do with it, you know. So much for lint-free wipes. These are leaving little pieces of lint everywhere. All right, even on my nail. Oh, I got some ink on me too, I see. Let me get that off. You can use acetone, but typically I just use rubbing alcohol, and I'm just super careful not to get my nail, you know? Okay. Those stupid pieces of pink lint on me. Especially because I have that gel base on, so it's like it's sticking to everything. All right. So this is what we got. I do think the ring finger is darker. I'm going to add one more gold marble stripe down over here. We'll use this last one on the plate. The easiest one to scrape. Okay. All right. Guys, I have so much lint on my nails. I need tweezers or something to get these off, because I don't want to encapsulate it. Sorry, normally I wouldn't do this, but... And I always use these wipes when I stamp. But I've never had it this bad before. Okay. Are they okay? Should I have more over here? Yeah, I like Cumby's coffee. That's what Nick drinks. Oh, you do drink it all day, Patty? Yeah, these ones with the holes. I got these from Shein. Normally I get them from Amazon. These ones are from Shein, and yeah. I mean, they look the same as the ones I get from Amazon, but they break apart different than the ones I get from Amazon. All right. I just want to make sure there's no lint. I feel like it's kind of bare over here, you guys. I think I gotta stamp something else there. One more stamp. I'm going to use this big one right here and do it all the way up that side of the nail, I think. Get this. Okay. Oh my god, this lint is everywhere. It's on my fingernail. All right. There we go. All right, I feel like it's a little more balanced. I know you're supposed to use acetone to clean these, but I feel if you do it quick enough, and you got to rub hard enough too, but the stamping polish does come out, and it's gonna dry it just like acetone. I've never really noticed a difference with like images picking up or anything like that. Look at all these pink lint things here. So this is Beauté brand stamping polish. It's a set of 12 polishes and they work great. Never had any issues with them. All right, so what I'm going to do now is use Cosmic Nails, 2-in-1 hemo-free gel top coat on these 2 nails, and the other 3 are going to get dipped. So let's activate those other 3 nails first. Oh, really? The ones on Amazon too? So what do you use when you wipe off for stamping, Tara? Have you found the perfect wipe? Okay. Top coat. I am going to cap my edges just to protect the stamping polish. Okay. These are going to go in my UV lamp for a 1-minute cure. I gotta say, the marble is not like really very noticeable. It would work better on like lighter colors with maybe gray or black or gold marble, but I still think it was like a good idea and a good attempt, you know. It's not like it looks horrible or anything. Oh, I like hollies. Yeah, I always get some. I actually just got some with some cuticle sticks every month in our swag bag. She sends us some, but I go through them so quick. All right, so maybe I should start buying from Crivel the lint-free wipes, huh? Clean up a little bit. I'm just going to wipe off any activator that might still be on these other nails. And then they'll be ready for a dip top coat. I like this mani though. I like the colors together. I think this is even though it's spring, I think this would be a great summertime mani. I love corals in the summer, especially with a tan, you know. And this is not really like coral per se. It's darker, you know, but it is in the coral family. Ooh, I got a hair on me. Okay. Cryoval Nails dip top coat. So for your first layer, right, you just want to be quick and just get it basically on there. Does not have to be perfect on this first layer. So it's okay if you miss the sidewall. Don't worry about encapsulating your tips, you know. That all can be done on the second layer of top coat. Okay. Because I'm only doing 3 fingernails with dip top, I am going to let them sit for a few seconds before going in with our second layer of top coat. Normally, I just go right through and do a second layer, but you want to give it at least a little bit of time to set up. If you go in too quick, and I believe this to be so anyway, if you were to go in too quick after top coating the first time, before that top coat is set, you're just going to spread it around and it's already begun to thicken. You're not going to get a nice, shiny, or smooth finish. I think now is a good time to go in for our second layer. So I'm going to make sure that my nails are fully sealed in, sidewall to sidewall. And I'm also going to cap my free edges. Okay. I'm just looking to make sure there's nothing on my skin. Sometimes, you know, around my fingernails, there will be dip top coat. And I always try to remove it before it dries, because if it dries, then you have like this shiny area, you know, around your nail. Oh, I just bumped my thumb. But it's okay. Even if it does dry, say you get top coat on your skin and it does dry, you can file it off, you know. All right, Dominic's calling. Oh, he must be out of school. Hold on, guys. Let me answer this. Sorry, guys. I answered, but he wasn't there. It was like, I mean, the call was on, but he didn't say anything. So, okay. Here's the finished look. Honestly, I don't think it looks like marble. I don't know if it's the colors, the gold on the glitter, or what. Maybe some people will see it and think it looks like marble. To me, it kind of doesn't. But regardless, I do think it's pretty. It does, Tara? It looks like marble? Really? Okay, so Shein has the lint-free wipes, the white ones, like without the holes. I just got a whole package. I mean, from Shein, but I think there's only like 100 or 200 in the package instead of like the 1,000 that I usually get off of Amazon. This was the package. I opened it. Oh, 300 pieces. They're fine for, wiping excess activator off your nails, and like cleaning your nails with alcohol. But I feel like if you got to scrub, you know what I mean, then you run into issues. I can't believe it's already almost 2 o'clock and Dominic's going to be home. I like when I finish my live and I have a little time to myself before he gets home. And that ain't happening today. He was calling me. I'm sure everything's fine, you know what I mean? Because it's the time that he would be out of school, in between school and getting on the bus. Going to wait for these to dry. Now I'm like, maybe I should have done, here he is calling me again. Maybe I should have done black leopard spots on him instead. Hold on, guys. House. But the whole thing is now he's got to walk home from Aiden's house, which means I'm probably either going to have to meet him halfway, or unless one of his friends walks with him, Aiden, or he's with Boston too. One of them walks with him, you know. In pink and other colors, 500 and 600 to a pack. Okay. All right, I'll have to check those out. All right, we are dry, ladies. I'm going to use my Grimes Ridge apple bourbon. You guys, I was on the shop app looking at their items, and they do not have this oil on there anymore. I don't know if they discontinued it. They do have Cranberry Woods, which I think is the one Kendra likes. But I really like this one. So I didn't go to the website to see if they have it on the website, because I noticed Crivel Nails doesn't have all their items on the shop app. You know what I mean? Oh God, this smells so good. And this is only if you like strong scents, heavy scents. If you like them light and to fade quickly, this is not for you. This is the oil I put on at bedtime and can still smell in the morning. It's amazing. And they also make candles, wax melts, body butters, room sprays. So it's not just a cuticle oil company. That was like a side thing that came out of, Grimes Ridge. They make beard oils, all kinds of stuff like that. I can't say enough good things about Grimes Ridge, though. I really just love their stuff. Although the only thing I own is this cuticle oil, and it's almost gone. But I'm dying to try the room spray. I want the whipped body butter. So, this stuff is pricey. Well, cuticle oil's 1 ounce. I think it's $13, maybe $13.50. Guys, I don't have a coral sleeve. I have this one, but this probably would have worked good with my Rivel Nail Flamingo Mani. Maybe I used it. I don't remember. All right, so I don't have anything that's going to match this color. I'm just going to go with black. Well, since Dominic's not coming home, I guess that means I can go take a nap. And then I'm probably going to do black rings. I love the vibe, I like even better when my nails are dark, you know, like gray or black. But I do actually gold might look good too. I like the black rings with the black sleeve. Oh, this one is adjustable. Nice. This is a black butterfly ring. And maybe I'll do gold. I have this really cool star ring from Nails. Truly, it's large though, so kind of bulky. I tend to go more with like daintier sized rings. Not my diamond, of course, but you know, for midi rings. But maybe I'll put that one there. And then I'll use my Pura Vida ring again. This is probably my favorite ring. And it should be because it was the most expensive. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. Finished Manny, ladies. I appreciate you guys being here today, hanging out with me while we created this. Tara, thank you for your advice as far as what nail art to do. Oh, she's doing pretty good. Oh, they took out her gallbladder. I think you told me that, Pat. Yeah, I knew her gallbladder was taken out because you know I have stomach issues. And one time they went in, did a laparoscopy, and they took out my appendix and my gallbladder. Oh, I guess we don't need them, right? I just want to thank you guys too for being here for me today. I know I said a lot, and I said a lot of personal stuff and acted in a way that I typically don't on lives. I'm an open book, like pretty much as far as what's going on in my life, so I'm free about sharing that stuff, but I don't normally break down, you know. Um and I'm glad there wasn't a whole bunch of people here today, you know, as mostly my closest friends. So I'm glad that you guys were here just to give me a little bit of feedback and just to listen to me, you know. I love you guys very much, and I appreciate all of you. All of your friendships mean a lot to me. So again, finished Manny using grapefruit spritz from Dipnotic Nails. This is from the Citrus Sunrise collection that released about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. It's a gorgeous fine glitter. And then we stamped in gold using a marble stamping plate. The sleeve is from Shein. The ring on my ring finger is from Pura Vida. My discount code is Tara Antonuccio 20. My Dipnotic code is Tara 10. Oh, and this is from Nails Truly. Yeah, she has sleeves and rings, all kinds of nail art stuff that you wouldn't expect from a decal shop. You can save there with code Tara 15. Thank you again, you guys. Number one, for being here for my life, but number two, and more importantly, being here for me. So I really mean it. I love you guys. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.